Guys, welcome to the Gaming Gun, but today I'm gonna talk about why there is no extra episode. Basically, what the thing is you have episode 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and then 7. But I don't know why they've decided to do this. I'm pretty sure that they wanted to make it all one movie, episode 4, 5, 6, but they didn't have the money, so he just made three movies, and so he did. It worked out. But what I would have done, and what I do not understand why they have not done, is make episode 4 basically episode 4 and 5, because you have the first thing where they freed Leia. That would be episode 4, and then you have the thing where they destroy the Death Star, and that would be episode 5. Why would I do this like this? Well, because if you make a 2-hour episode just freeing Leia, you would have had much more character interaction with Obi-Wan Kenobi, making you actually sad when you actually see him die. Because after rewatching the movie, I was like, oh yeah, he died. Oh, okay, I guess so. Because he really didn't do anything before that. He explained a couple of things and told Luke that he had to use the Force, but he really didn't do anything except for that. What I would have done is make like a 2-hour movie of how they this thing and this, and they had to fight a big thing, and the Han Solo was really smart, and it really showed how Han Solo had an incredible ship, because they also really didn't show that. He kept boasting about his ship and never really said anything. He never really showed it, at least to us. So maybe they would have made like a couple of scenes where they were chased and Han just did something amazing, some trick no one else could have done, so that the people, obviously people like the Watchers, but also Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan, could see how talented he really was. So you could do some more about every single character. You could really befriend Luke, I guess, and then the second movie, or the fifth movie, I guess, would be much longer, because in the actual episode, I guess, it was like half an hour, the last thing. I would have made it much longer, maybe like trainings, people actually seeing how strong Luke is with the Force, because you also don't see that. You kind of know, yeah, he's strong with the Force because Darth Vader says it, but I guess he's strong with the Force. Well, you do see the photon missiles being launched in the thing, which is also really impressive. But maybe a whole episode where he would train on his own and with his friends, and he would deflect all the ray gun things, blasts. So you could have had a whole thing about just Luke training and Han Solo. You could have made a whole storyline of Han Solo just spending all his money, and I don't know, would have been kind of funny. And you could have actually like seen more of Leia, because you really haven't seen much of Leia. I'm just realizing it right now. Even in episode the actual 5 and 6, you don't see that much of Leia. I mean, she's obviously like a big character, but it's kind of you would say it goes Luke, Han Solo, Leia, Chewbacca. But so you could make like a whole episode of Luke and Leia and Han Solo doing all kinds of different things. And then in the end, they go and blow up the Death Star and maybe even have the Empire blow up a couple of more even bigger planets so you could really see the power of the Death Star. Because I feel like it's much more than is shown. It's much more than just a giant ball that can blow up basically everything. They could have done so much stuff. So many things they could have just done. You could have really get to know Luke and his character even more. And this would have been a great episode 5 I guess, would have been a great episode to basically get to know Luke and get to know Leia and Han Solo and let their character grow. And I feel like this would have been much, much better than it's now. Basically that it's one episode. And maybe even he could have spent time with Biggs and all the people he knew from whatever planet he lived on. And so he could actually do stuff, and you could actually also, that's if he spends time with Biggs, they could kill him off at the end. I think they did. But that would be like another death, and you would see how serious the thing is, that you have like a whole movie and Biggs is kind of a big part of it, and then he just dies. I feel like that would have also been great, a great way to do things, to make things work. So you see how serious the Star Wars universe can really be. Because although it's obviously very serious, it's kind of, you also see a lot of humor and just action, and it's kind of hard to see what's going on. But that's the great thing about episode 7, that they killed off Han Solo, so you really are like, shit, that's bad. But I really think they should have made it 2 episodes. I know they probably like really needed to do this, or I heard that there was supposed to be 1 movie, but the script was too long or something, and they didn't have enough money for everything, so they just made it 1 movie, and with the potential money they would make off that movie, they would make the other movies. I'm not sure if that's true, but I feel like this would have been much more of a solution and a much better way to see how every character really responds in situations. You could really see the normal side of Luke, except instead of his really serious Jedi side. You could see him just hanging out with his friends and kind of seeing his character develop to becoming much more serious in episode 6 and 7, I guess, where he devoted basically his life to killing Darth Vader. And so I feel like that would be really great to see how he could go from this kid who lives on the weird planet where with all of his friends to going to the really angry guy, I guess, who really wants to kill the bad guy. I feel like that would have been even more of a thing, and also the just episode 4 would be better because when Obi-Wan would die, you would really have like a connection to him. You would know him, and you'd know him as kind of the old master guy because you've actually seen him teach Luke a lot of stuff where he force throws stuff. I don't know. Also, what I saw is when Han Solo kept saying that the Force is really stupid, I feel like he just had to like throw Han Solo away for like 2 feet. Stuff like that. You could add scenes like that so the movies get a little bit more interesting, you get a little bit more character of everyone. And when somebody dies, like Obi-Wan Kenobi, it's really serious and you really see how dire the situation is in this universe. So that was it for this video. I'm gonna end it here. This was all my thinking. It's not really, I don't know why I really made this video. It's just fun, and I saw the new Star Wars episode, and I just saw the episode 4 again for some reason, and I just decided to make this video. And I'm gonna make a couple of more videos soon, so you can see me upload again. See ya.